Greetings, everybody. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the talk show, the three of us. Go ahead.
So today we're going to cover a topic called Taarof in Iran. We're gonna tell you exactly what it is.
Although it is hard to talk about Taarof, but we try our best to talk about it.
Are you ready?
Of course.
So the first question is, how would you describe the concept of Taarof?
You want to start, or shall I?
Go ahead.
Okay, Taarof is something that nobody can understand. We sometimes us as Iranian people who are dealing with this Taarof every day or daily basis, we're struggling to understand when is something Taarof or when it's not. But usually it means that you are telling something, but you mean something else. Yeah. For example, if you go to, for example, a shop or imagine a supermarket, you're going there and you want to buy something, anything. When you want to pay, the owner would say, "No, there's no need to pay. You're my friend or something." So that he doesn't mean
Or
that.
keep it. They
Yeah,
say, oh, keep
or
it to
keep it.
yourself.
Yeah. He doesn't actually mean that you shouldn't pay. You should actually pay because if you don't pay, you would go to jail.
Or another much common example is
Mhm.
when we're at a ceremony or party, we're going back home and they insist on us staying there, or we meet someone, encounter someone in the street, and they're like, come to our house for dinner right now, tonight, right now. And it actually means don't come here at all, not like in a million years.
Yeah.
So yeah, we say something that we mean the opposite.
Yeah, actually.
That is the concept.
Funniest story was that, one day I remember one of my relatives comes to our house, to visit us for, I think, Eid Nuruz. It was Eid Nuruz or something. We were living in south of the Iran, Minab, a city in the southern part of the Iran. So they come to our house, and after staying for 2 nights, they wanted to go. My mother and father, I was a child back then. My mother and father, my parent, told them, "No, no, you should stay. We insist that you should stay. We could have fun together or something like that." But they said, "No, we have to go. We have work to do or something." Blah 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 blah. But the problem was, I insisted harder because I thought that's my.
How old were you exactly?
I don't know.
Or
14,
approximately
16, 14, 16.
You were a teenager.
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
did you
I
do
was a
that to your
teenager.
mom?
I don't know. I just thought that honestly my mom wanted them there. But I was mistaken that because
You didn't know
You
about.
misunderstood your mother.
yeah.
You
I
didn't
misunderstood.
understand the concept of Taarof maybe back
Yeah, I
then.
didn't understand it, so I insisted. They said, okay, because Puya is insisting on that, we are going to stay. And my mother took me to the room and started hitting me with a belt. Why did you insist? I said, I just watch it. Persian parents.
Yeah, that's another story by itself.
Well, we have to take another video about talking
Yeah,
only
just about Persian
parents.
parents.
So, how do you tell when someone has Taarof?
Don't know.
It's by nature. It's by nature.
Yeah, it's by nature.
I guess it's so common. The situations are so common that it's like innate in us.
Yeah. Okay, sometimes something is obvious. Doing something obvious. Is someone telling you, if someone is telling you that you shouldn't do that, he's taught or she is taught.
Is it just for our country, by the way?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
یه میوه میخریم واقعا خودش دیگه می‌ذاریم.
میوه پاک کنید.
میوه رو بخوریم.
ما هر جا رفتیم به اون گفتم موز دست نزن.
خانواده مثلا خودت بودن که احتمالاً
آره
مثلا
خودت
گفتن
مهمونی دادی.
چون خانواده خودت تعارف داشتن با اونایی بود. In what context people usually use Taarof?
I think it's a manner things.
Yeah, it shows politeness.
Yeah.
It shows that we care. We are like paying attention, or we are showing kind of closeness to the other person. So maybe even if we don't have the, we're not well prepared for a guest or for them to stay more. We don't want to directly say it or show it to them. We prefer to keep polite and they would get the signals that maybe we're not well prepared right now, and they
Yeah.
won't accept.
Yeah.
Like the example that I said about encountering someone in the street. So they know that definitely I'm not ready to host guests when I'm shopping. I kind of represent my politeness in that context, and they would get it. They would actually get happy. Like if I don't say anything and just cross the street and say, "It was nice meeting you," and then go ahead, it is really rude. It's so deep inside our culture that not doing it is a kind of negative sign.
Yeah, actually, it's kind of common for applying politeness. You should say something sometimes. For example, you're drinking a coffee.
Yeah, help
Yeah,
yourself.
help yourself. You can have a sip. But actually, we don't mean that. But
Yeah, even from our own food, like we're
yeah,
eating something that can't be shared, but we again insist on
but
sharing it.
manner and morality would
Yeah.
dictate us to say, okay, help yourself with my
Yeah.
food.
Would you say that the younger generation is no longer into Taarof as much as older generations once were?
Obviously, yeah. As a teacher of elementary school, I have to say, yeah. Yeah, actually, they don't understand the concept of Taarof. They understand it, but
Yeah.
they don't apply
It's
it because
not
they think
completely
it's
gone.
old things and not necessary.
It's not completely gone. The wording changed, not the culture. The culture is still there. The sentences, wordings, and the kind of thought of that the teenagers and children use right now.
I think the concept of having Taarof in as a form of manner, morality, or politeness is not correct. It wasn't correct at the beginning. Sometimes
You
I see.
disagree?
Correct, or it's not correct, or it's not necessary?
I think it's not correct, not necessary. No, because for example,
Like you're again for removing
Yeah,
and canceling this
because
culture altogether?
I'm not canceling it. It's a part of culture. It would fade away eventually. I think if you are forced to apply this culture of Taarof, out of politeness, actually, it's not good. It's not good looking because sometimes people would have a problem to understand if you actually mean the things that you're doing or not.
Obviously, culture is dynamic, right? It's a dynamic construct, let's say, and it's constantly changing. So obviously, something that we consider as a big part of our culture today may not be a big part of our culture
Tomorrow.
Okay, thank you guys for bearing and staying with us. We'll catch you on the next one.